Hey, what's up guys? We got Tuesday night here. Today flew by. It was a super productive day. We've got some interesting cars in here. We took in a 2013 E92 M3 with M's on the exhaust, whatever that means. M performance package, comp package. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Gotta hit the button again. It's a dual clutch, Alcantara wheel, ultra low miler. Well, relatively ultra low miler, 32,242. Space gray. I love this color. I love these wheels. This is just a gorgeous car. And it's here for an inspection, a new fresh air vent, some noise on the dash on the left side. And he had a limp code a while ago that his BMW dealer allegedly repaired, though he doesn't trust them. So we're going to go through and scan that, see if there's anything else. It's got carbon side mirrors, or at least the caps, carbon roof, no sunroof. I do not know this car as well as others, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. Park distance control is likely standard. Black interior, just beautiful, beautiful condition. The Z8 is done and ready for pickup. We still have to put the helmet back on it, but I need more hands than that, so that's going to be later. Owner says he's going to be coming Friday for that, which is good news. Then the carbon black car is done and ready for pickup. I was promised it would be today by the shipper. I said, I need a little more time to film a video on it. Can you do it Wednesday? Oh, no, we have to leave Southern California Tuesday. Okay, so I came up here today and I rushed the video and I got that done, and then they never followed up and never showed up. Here's a good old friend. Here's Kennan's car. He's on the East Coast for the week, so M5's in here, and it's getting some good work. Got a lot done today. Front curved control arms are done with Miley HDs, new outer tie rods on both sides. Oil pan came down to inspect for timing chain guide pieces. Good news is there was none in the oil pan. Bad news is the oil pump pickup screen was full of plastic tabs. So I wrote up an estimate today, sent that off for his review. He's probably asleep, as he should be after flying all night to the East Coast. He'll review in the morning. We'll come up with a service plan for him. But, you know, it's 225,000 miles on original chain guides. It's time. New pork chop went in today, nicely tucked back up in the bumper like that. I think the bumper may have been a little bit pushed askew when this thing met its curb a few months ago. This gap here isn't quite right, so we got this fitment as good as we can. All the hardware is incorrect, though functional, so you can't buy the correct stuff anymore, so I'm just going to call it okay. They're 8mm screws. Washers are a little bit small, but there's no damage on the other pork chop from being installed like that. His belly pans are here. We've started tagging them like this, so it's got his name on it. No chance that he gets the wrong ones. Here's the one we pulled out, crunch. And then a new oil pan gasket that probably won't be going on for quite a while now, seeing that we still have to order all the chain guide pieces to get his approval. I'm going to push him kind of towards the front of the schedule. It's good timing right now to have another larger project like this as we wrap up several other jobs and before a few others come in. But the meat and potatoes today was on the M6. We didn't even start till about 2 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. And I treated it as a tech session with Michael and Alan. We went through all of the wiring together and then the coating, and this is a new record for us. The same day we start the coating, within a handful of hours, we're able to turn the key, or in this case, press the button, get a car that runs, starts, and would drive if it had a drive shaft. I screwed up the input flange on the drive shaft. It's a little off, the bolt pattern's wrong, so that got shipped back up to LA tomorrow. They're gonna put a different input flange on it, rebalance it, and send it back. But it's running without codes, no lights on the dash. Of course, there are codes stored in the various computers for components that aren't yet plugged back in or completely set up for manual, but you know, 99% of it, 98% of it is done now. Got to do a little bit of wiring back behind the dash. More or less, it's an M5. It's the exact same stuff as the M5. One of the bigger differences I noticed, believe it or not, is that the fender liner here doesn't sit out on top of the rocker and the fender. Also, these fenders are plastic, not aluminum. These are plastic body panels. It does not have the 3 one-time use push rivets here, so I've taken that off my can job for the M6 wiring. It just uses the 8mm, and then strangely there's a push rivet up there in the middle. That's kind of where we are at the shop. I'm loving this thing in space gray. Look at it. I mean, this has to be the best looking M3. I think the E36 is the best M3, but this might be the best looking. An E36 in the proper color is right there with it. But the hood bulge, V8, NA, those wheels, my goodness, it's a pretty car. I think since I've filmed in here, we've gotten some new furniture. Had to move this thing over to the left, table over to the left. new big rack. We need storage space. We're quickly growing out of this space. And what this has enabled us to do is put both of the ultrasonic cleaners, the ZZ machines, right here next to the sink. So as we're removing parts, they come right over here for their quick little bath or rinse off. And I don't know why this stuff is messy, the solution that we use, and it is diluted, but anything it stays on, like if you don't wipe it off immediately, just turns white. Like this. This has been used 20 times and it just discolors like that, which is not a big priority, but I don't want to be traipsing across the shop, staining the floor and having any risk of that stuff getting on cars. I'm going to close that door, lock up for the night. It's been a really good, productive day. I'm going to hit In-N-Out on the way home and go relax a little bit tonight before we do it all again tomorrow.